sow soup. You sow soup. Everybody sow soup.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, everybody! Welcome!
Woo!
Welcome to the broadcast number 48.
Woo!
I think. Let me look.
Woo!
47, sorry.
Woo.
Oh, dear.
Woo!
Uh-oh.
Do you remember we used to have the clapping and the cheering at the start?
Let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's do it all
Hey,
over
everybody.
again. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What are you pointing at?
All the people in the crowd.
Oh, that's who's cheering for us. Hooray! Now I'm going to debate Sam Harris. What is?
Who's Jesus?
Well, it all begins with being in the afternoon, morning, evening, or night.
Yeah. I was really tempted to do that for the whole episode. I told myself
I couldn't.
When would you have stopped me though? When? Because I was really testing you last episode to see how far I could go, but that never seems to be far enough. I can never push it far.
See, I think this is a lesson I learned as a kid, right? Because you used to have the ability to make me so angry.
Yeah, I was like the Joker and you were Batman, and like
That's
I was
so
the
true.
Riddler, like, Jose Maria.
Yeah. No, that literally happened. That did happen. What have you done? Yeah, that genuinely happened when we were kids.
That's awesome.
And I remember my dad always saying, he's doing it because you react. I don't know why I said my dad, like we have different dads. Our dad saying to me,
Our father.
Yeah, like if you don't react, then he won't do it.
Yeah, how's that been working for you lately?
Well, clearly it worked. I don't know. Did you just keep going yesterday? Maybe I just like dissociate. And
Yesterday?
or last episode.
It didn't stop me, that's for damn sure.
But like it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't faze me, you know. But I mean, like beyond into just life.
Do you remember the last time I like got you to a point where you're like actually agitated and you need to say something, or have I just not been that disrespectful beyond just annoyance?
I feel like when I started like Batman Begins doing push-ups, you just like naturally stopped.
No words even need to be spoken.
Yeah.
It's like all
no,
just...
because the only one I remember is the inverse. Was the last time I went too far. Our granddad, we were still living at home, and our granddad came to stay, taking my room, so I had nowhere to be.
Yeah.
So I was just practicing my shadow boxing right next to your face while you were 100%ing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and one punch went too far. Yeah,
oh, that is a bad combo.
Yeah,
That's a dangerous combo.
Yeah, because you were pissed. You were angry already.
Yeah.
And then
so
I punched you in the face for no reason.
It always comes back to the French. It's their fault. Ubisoft.
The French make that piece
of course
of shit.
they did, bro. Of course they did. Ubisoft.
That doesn't surprise me.
So in a way, it's their fault. They drive families apart, the French.
Yeah.
God.
Also punching people in the face for no reason.
But who taught you that?
Jeremy. Batman?
Jeremy online.
Yeah, French Batman.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm Alex, joined by Jim and Paisley here for once.
Hello, Paisley here for once.
You know, I looked after Argy the other day, and he was looking like a little cute little baby all day long. He was snapping these pictures left and right, and he was looking adorable in every image. And then I treat her like such a baby. Like I went to use the gym, right, and I took her with me, and I was like, oh, she's looking cute. And I took a picture, and boy, did she look ugly.
Yeah, she
and
gains
then in the
all
kitchen,
these
I take
wrinkles.
a picture of her thinking, oh, she looks cute, and then she just looks vile. And then I send you the picture, and you're like, yep, she's ugly. I don't even need to prime. Everyone just knows it's a little ugly, fugly thing. Oh, poor creature.
She's got an ugly face. She's like creasy.
Oh, what's wrong with being a bit creasy?
There's nothing
nowadays?
wrong with being creasy, but I don't know. Just the wrong type of creasy.
The wrong crease.
You know when you wake up and you've got like pillow pattern on your face?
Yeah.
And it's
It's
weird.
that permanent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well. We had a choice between two pups, and I guess we chose the wrong pup.
No, she's the right pup.
Could have got her brother, Shrek.
He rolled in his own
And ate it, yeah. But anyway, before we get too deep into the show, let me shout out those patrons over at the Jar Media Patreon that make this show possible. And, in particular, the audio version. You got the raw, unfiltered MP3 over on Patreon ad-free. There's also the patron name tier, where you get the first and second week of each month. You get your name read out. And things get a little bit dangerous sometimes. A little bit scary or a little bit frightening. And, of course, there's Jar After Hours. We had the Better Man review. We got the Wallace and Gromit up in there. We got Will the Farter, which is undisputably the best episode. And it's kind of left us in a position where it's like, how do you... Kind of like the Frank Ocean problem, you know? Like, how do you follow that up?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you supposed to... So I'm getting a bit scared. I had one idea, which I'm going to get your live opinion on now. Do you have a playlist on Spotify of, like, the worst songs you've heard?
Yeah.
Because I've got one of those too. Maybe we could go through that. That might be funny.
No, yeah, that's actually a
so you
cool
can screen
idea.
record, you can get it, and I don't know, it might have to be Patreon only because of the way music gets dinged or whatever, but we'll see about that. And last but not least, the Jar Media group chat. An ongoing chat. Self-explanatory. I'll chuck my little name in there. Hi, Jim and Alex sort of are gonna record tonight. Would you like to add something to the conversation tonight? And there are people in there and they give suggestions.
So fire.
That was like weirdly smooth compared to last episode where it literally took the first half to get through that segment.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
I was like particularly scattershot, like I just couldn't stay focused. I was like going where left, going vamp right. I just couldn't keep it.
That's the only political
straight.
spectrum.
I was talking about like gay dinosaurs or something. Like it was really like all over the place, huh?
Yeah, you said before we started recording last episode that you were just feeling a bit off.
Yeah.
That camera turned on and I was like, nah, he's that's what
got
sucks, more than ever.
Like, oftentimes the best episodes are the ones that begin when I am like off or like just something's not right. So I just got to bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you press those on buttons and it's suddenly like Wimmy Wham Wham Wazzle.
Do you know how I feel on the daily? You remember Men in Black 1? That guy, he's got like a little alien living inside him and he's like
yeah.
I feel like that little alien guy is like just, you know, when you're you lock in like a multiplayer game or something and you're just like boom bit bop
you
bam.
just go off.
Like, yeah, that alien was just on a kill streak, you know.
Yeah.
Overkill, kill-tacular.
Funny reference.
Yeah.
And I guess speaking on that, we can go into housekeeping when we round up those conversations from the previous week and so on. Hi ZH6SS says, the reason why people always talk about Alex's energy is that it fluctuates so hard. He either is acting like the chillest guy you ever met who just hit a blunt, or like he's sniffed up a huge fat line of coke and the crackhead era has begun all over again. And Cash could reply to that saying, this is exactly right. Is that exactly right?
Yeah. For the most part. I feel like sometimes it can be one way and then one question. So this is more of like a second half thing, but one question can like paradigm Final Fantasy 13 paradigm shift you into a different...
Because I've been in Sentinel, you know, like I'm being defensive.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I need to go into like Radagon. I can't Revenant. I can't remember that game.
Yeah, thanks for that. You get what I'm saying though.
Not your last set. Yeah, is it that random? Like, is a coin flip, like, which side of the toothpaste you're going to get?
I don't know, because I thought last episode I was going to get, like low energy. You know? It was going to be a more, you know, like, philosophical type episode.
When you arrive, can you, like, sense it? Or
sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes. Other times it's like, wasn't expecting that. Or like I said, that question pops up and it paradigm shifts. You could be like bonkers and then someone writes in like, I just murdered my whole family. you're like,
no, those are kind of my favorite ones where like it's really goofy and then I just super depressive.
Yeah. Or just something really serious and we get like, it just totally changes and it.
Yeah, I love that.
It's human, man.
That's humanity.
Yeah, that's what humanity is to me.
But like when you show up and then I'm like, I'm just going to be the Joker for this episode. Like, what is the thought process for you?
Survive.
That's the last level of reach. Like,
yeah.
Just make it through.
Uh-huh.
Do you never ever find it infectious? Like, you want to be a little bit Joker sometimes, or is that just too much? Like it would there needs to be a disparity.
I don't know. Because you've always been that like anime watching like I kind of like prefer the villain type thing. Whereas I've always been like, you know, Batman, that's my guy. Spider-Man, he's my dog.
I sort of like the disruptors.
Superman.
You like the heroes.
Superman. I am Superman. You know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I can hear that. I can sing that.
So what I'm saying is, I just try to be ordinary, average, normal.
You got normal on lock.
Yeah.
You got normal locked in.
Yeah. I'm locked in on normal.
That's what sucks about having to follow up an episode, like, especially the first half of the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where there's just, it's like effortless, but also so just genius.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like Picasso painting the
and it's just like
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the Chekhov's gun, the setups and the payoffs are just like boom, boom, smack.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, sometimes I feel because I've always thought I'm like really self-aware, but I don't think I am. I think I'm actually like hyper aware of.
Too aware.
I'm just aware.
Where?
Like a werewolf. Yeah.
No, I hear that because were we talking about that before we started?
No. Were we talking about what?
Where like we
Being
don't
aware.
know. We might have a read on the energy in the moment that then when watching it or editing it or listening to it after is like a completely different vibe, and it's like, oh. Like, because in my head, I'll try and explain like the way I was in my inner monologue was like, oh, I'm completely floundering here. I'm flustering. My sentences are going left and right. I don't know what I'm even saying or what direction this is going. But then when I listen to it, I sound like quite relaxed. And like, I don't know, just goofing. But inside, I'm actually like.
No, this is something crazy that I've like discovered over the past few years, and you know, I'm getting old, you know.
Don't be
not that far off the pension sort of thing, right? But I'm only just discovering now. Like, I always thought that it was really obvious to everyone else how like anxious I am at all times.
Yeah.
And then I open up about it to some people, and they're basically like, they're either like, no, you're not, or they're like, really?
That's surprising.
No way. Because like, I'm performing this relaxed state of being so much.
Do you think that's like masking? Do you think that's what that is?
I think it genuinely.
I think it's like a defense mechanism. Like, I'm just going to be chill and just blend in, like Dexter.
Awful comparison. Why would you use him? More like Master Chief or...
Yeah, like Master Chief or Cortana.
Yeah, more like male Cortana, the one from Halo 4, who looks like a World War II guy. But yeah, it could be. But then the question becomes, what am I masking?
What are you running from, that inner Joker? That?
Yeah. Am I masking my Riddler? Or am I the Batman mask?
Yeah, Green Goblin. He's got a mask.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I get home and I'm having that conversation in the
do
mirror.
That with Duck Pillow Gaming. He like talks to me. You're going to be the Joker next episode. Okay, Duck. Pillow Gaming.
Yeah.
All these like soft toys and like Cyborg and shit like, have conversations with me. Who do you think has the most disturbing like cadence?
Oh shit.
Berg? Sandy?
I'm thinking Mel.
Ooh, Mel, yeah.
Ivermectin.
You don't believe in evolution, do you, boy?
That really sounded like him.
Yeah, I was going to say this one from Knockerlass. This is my favourite first 20 minutes of the Jarcast in a very, very long time. Lots of laughs. Thanks, dum-dums.
I'm smart.
Comrade Bean says, hey, Alex, I have some tips for wanting to embrace your inner werewolf. Listening to Maroon 5's Animals, especially the part where the singer howls like a beast, makes me feel more comfortable in society. Also, interjecting awkward silences in conversation with the phrase, I'm going where, also alleviates some tension. Hope this helps. Oh, and I like this one from IK Benjam 3527. Alex is legitimately having his Omni-Man Season 1 finale moment here with this one. He's beating Jamie with his insanity and he can only watch and react. Would Alex destroy the world or conquer it? We talked about what I'd do if I was Superman, I think.
Have we ever actually talked about that?
I feel like we did talk about that. Like what I'd do.
You would essentially be...
It wouldn't be pretty.
You'd be Omni-Man without Invincible to stop him.
Yeah. Just straight to dictate.
Mm-hmm. That's an awesome title.
Straight to dictate.
Maybe.
This one kind of left me like a little bit torn because I came out apologizing for one of my ongoing stims, please, which I've turned on. I don't like it anymore. And the Red Spore says, I actually really hated Alex going please, don't listen to the likers. But then Kung Thulu says, I actually really liked Alex going please, don't listen to the haters.
Oh.
So do I listen to the likers or the haters? I've never heard likers before. There aren't like many songs about the haters and not listening to the haters and that. Wait, no, likers. There aren't many liker songs.
No.
I only listen to my likers.
This is the cultural divide that we've been talking about. Likers versus haters.
Bazman5591 says, my children start crying as soon as I put on Jar. Keep up the good work, bebe. And Mick Saladin says, these guys again? Are they never off the air? Nearly 10 years, brother.
We're grinding.
And I want to do this one from Battle Chicken 2. Alex and Jim dogging on a Jarling for saying Alex's movie critiques were about lighting and stuff, saying he'd never complained about lighting in a movie, then his first complaint about Wicked is the lighting. To which Alive Slice replied saying, he possibly intentionally misinterpreted the hyperbolic statement of the comment while you possibly unintentionally misinterpreted what he was saying to that. The lighting, which is a fair technical complaint, was never important in that conversation in the first place. Plus, was that really a Jarling or a random Twitter user who said that? I was just kind of confused how that's like an own or a gotcha.
How is any of this? I'm very confused.
There was in that.
Is this to do with the M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, it was around
film?
that where someone was like, yeah, all he talks about is like the lighting. And my issue with that was like, that's a weird complaint, as if like, one, that's something I constantly talk about, like, and that's like the only thing I talk about is lighting. but then also that like that's not a valid thing to talk about when you're talking about movies, like lighting.
But are they
like
saying
if it's relevant to your opinion on the film, surely good or bad, that's something that should be brought up and doesn't really disqualify a critique just because of it being in the realm of lighting. Like what is it?
I'll be honest, I'm totally lost.
I don't know.
Like what is the? Are you?
Because then when I talked about Wicked last week,
yeah, you were talking about.
I was saying how I can't stand the lighting in the movie.
Did you say that about the other movie, the Shyamalan?
I didn't bring up lighting.
You didn't
in that review, I don't think.
Okay,
but I stand by the fact that if I did, then that was probably relevant to the review.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Yeah, from memory, that wasn't the only thing you criticized Wicked about. So it's like a brick in the wall.
But also, like, if the lighting is bad, why would you not mention that?
Well, yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you're not saying, I didn't like Wicked because the lighting is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I didn't like Wicked because da-da-da-da-da-da, lighting bad, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But, like, if you like Wicked, then great. Yeah, that's fine. I know you like
Yeah.
it. That's what I just don't get, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you're having opinions about things that are, like, changing the world, maybe I can understand a bit of grief.
Yeah.
But when it's, like, opinions on art...
Art can change the world? What are you, crazy?
I'm talking about the art can, but opinions on that art.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know? Like, like the stakes just aren't that high to me. That's what gets me.
Yeah.
You know? When you're talking about Captain America, what even is the new one called? I don't know, Red Hulk one.
Captain America Red Hulk one.
I wish it was called that.
I'm hyped to watch that.
Yeah, same. No, I'm really not.
I watched the whole show and everything. I want to see Anthony Mackie go, here we go again.
Let's do it again. Let's do that thing that we probably should have done in the movies, but in a show that no one cares about. Because we've made the same show 5 times in like 2 years.
Damn. And the lighting sucks in all of them.
There's an anecdote I need to mention to you that I wanted to bring up last week, but I'd honestly forgotten because it was so crazy. I thought it was perhaps a dream, but it was not a dream. And it started simple, right? I took Paisley for a walk, and around here there are these sort of mini reservoirs for when it rains and the water is like stored there. Paisley was off lead, and without me knowing, she kind of like ran towards the water and was like splashing around in it, like causing chaos. And by the time I caught up, I noticed that she was kind of in a conflict with a cat, right? This quite big, like ginger cat.
Garfield.
Like Garfield, yeah. But it was trapped like waterside, so it was in the water, and Paisley was kind of blocking it, like doing that playful...
How deep was the water?
I mean, it's swimmable. Like, it's really deep water.
Like, swimmable
but
for
it was
you?
like, yeah, I could probably swim on it.
Wow.
But it was like splashing at the edge, like going like towards Paisley, who wasn't backing down.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, the cat like jumps deeper into the water and swims to the middle of the lake.
Let's go Garfield.
And it just swims to the other side, and like everything just kind of froze in that moment.
Yeah, that's a rare.
Watching a cat swim was like so strange. Like, I've seen it, I guess, in videos, but it's different in real life when you're like. I was soy facing at it, like in a way that I didn't even think to record it. I was so just like,
yeah.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, even when I saw the heron the other day, I was right next to the heron, a heron. And I was like, that's a cool heron. And I got a nice video of it taken off.
They're graceful.
They are graceful. There's something going on in those heads of theirs.
But did the cat get out and shake?
Yeah. I was thinking about
when... shook like a dog.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because if Billy's been out all night and it's been like raining, she'll sometimes come in all like soggy. But I was imagining,
but that's different.
when that cat gets home to its like owners and it's like just stinking like of a bog.
Yeah.
And they're like, what happened to you? Yeah, that was crazy. Sometimes things just happen and you're like, this is stranger than fiction.
Yeah. Stranger Things.
Yeah, that was kind of a Stranger Things season 5 moment.
Yeah. Wow, am I in the upside down right now? Cat swimming over here?
I was a bit scared that Paisley was going to swim after it.
Oh god, yeah. And
She's
she didn't.
a very good swimmer.
She loves swimming.
No, yeah,
She's
she
a
does
good
love
ass swimmer.
A very good swimmer.
Yeah. I never see anything crazy these days.
Yeah, some of my craziest things I've witnessed have been while walking dogs, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the doggers, like these random animal encounters. Found a mole once. That was sad. Yeah.
You found a mole?
Yeah. You know, like the mammal.
Oh.
What did you think? Like a Russian microphone, like.
Yeah. Well, no, that would be a bug.
Ah, yeah, a bug.
A mole would be like a person.
An undercover person.
Yeah.
Because I guess they've dug and they're blind. They're blind? Yeah, they're blind.
Are moles blind or just not that good at looking?
I think they're blind because they don't need eyes, really, when you live underground. Like, for what purpose would they've got like a little sniffer that looks like a prolapsed asshole?
Yeah, I hate their noses. I love the concept of moles.
I just love that every niche is filled, you know?
Yeah, Earth is good at that.
Every random niche. And we keep discovering new ones too.
Yeah.
Like there was a new fish that was found recently. Some kind of anglerfish or something.
What does it do?
Oh, it just
Some
like
bullshit.
dies. It just like goes too high then dies.
Was this the one that like swam really high up?
Yeah, and there's like never been one seen alive or something weird like that. You just know there's some crazy niches being filled down there.
Yeah. The
niches
octopus
you don't
stuff
know.
down there.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I just like thinking about before there were cameras or even like good ways of like having a reliable pen and paper. Like when people were traveling around the world at sea, like what were they seeing?
And then all these stories of like krakens and shit coming out.
Because it probably did start from like a truth and then just Chinese whispered into myth.
Yeah. That there's nothing scarier to me. Not true.
In the deep sea.
Deep sea and space. I think there's a reason there's a combination between the two. You know, like what's the guy? Lovecraft.
Man, yeah.
Yeah. They're like they represent the same thing to me. Yeah. Like ancient man looking out at the ocean and being like, I'm gonna build some rickety ass boat and sail.
Yeah.
I'm going out. That to me is equivalent to NASA being like, right, we're going to the moon with 60s tech.
Yeah, I guess the crossover is unknown and environments that like humans shouldn't exist in, really, or be able to exist.
Yeah, we're not designed for that, especially space. Like, we just like we had no concept of what was even out there. You know?
I'll tell you what I do have a concept of though. Something mythical. Mr. Blue Pumpkin Loves Nia says, can we get the creative process behind Rumple's new banger? Is Jim ever going to feature on the Up Down album? I think you have real MF Doom in your midst with the bars he could spit. And similarly, Music Slug says, what inspired the Rumple Rap? And Bathtub Tom says, hello Jar, short question for Alex. Can I have your blessing to play the Man Rumple Stiltskin song live on radio? Cheers. Of course, my friend. Everyone should hear the Rumple
What does
Rap.
that mean? Also, what?
Huh?
Has there been a new one?
There's a new one.
When?
A couple days ago. You want to know the premise?
I'm kind of gathering.
What do you think?
Rumple Pimple Pump.
Wait, so you already know?
No, this has been a thing. I've been echoes. I've been hearing echoes and whispers. I've been hearing echoes and whispers for weeks, maybe months, since last year, I think.
Yeah.
You've been working on this.
8 months. Yeah, I'm proud.
I believe it. Is it your magnum opus so far?
I don't know, because
is that possible? Magnum opus so far?
I still think it's hard to beat I'm Only Human, or whatever that was. Yeah, I would say you will particularly despise it because it's more like Crazy Goblins.
Like freewheeling, like Free Willy, Free Bird. Like.
I just, I was just thinking to myself, like, I've always been even before Shrek, because people think it's like a Shrek reference, but the character of Rumpelstiltskin growing up is one of those like Grimm's fairy tale stories that I've always been kind of gravitated towards.
Yeah, I've always known the name. I don't know the story.
Yeah, that's the story. He's like stealing children and like making them sign these contracts where like...
What's the deal with all those?
The only way out is if you can guess his name, but he has a name so impossible to guess that he's just like trolling.
Right. Yeah. So one that's always stuck with me is like the Pied Piper.
Yeah, freaky.
Like really freaky.
Yeah, the Grimm tales are freaky. I mean, like it was a freaky time to be alive. Like,
yeah,
to be honest. But yeah, I've always kind of gravitated towards this character, and I was like, if he was still around today, if he was still alive and kicking, Rumple, as he was, what would he want to say? What would he want to communicate? And I felt like I woke up that day and Rumple just took hold of me and spoke through me as a vessel.
Yeah.
Did
you create a beat for this?
I did. Do you want to know what instruments I used?
What?
Jaw harp, obviously.
Yeah. It's a given.
I actually got the bongos out.
Really?
I'd forgotten about the bongos.
Okay.
So I had the bongos going in the back, and one other instrument too, that clickety thing.
Yep.
I don't even know what it's called.
Just those three, or any like electric?
Just sometimes a backing track of me singing or something. Yeah, that's all it needed because it's mostly about the lyrics, Rumple Pump.
How long did it take you? Estimate.
Like, you actually want to know, or the true answer of 8 months?
I kind of actually want to know. Edit it out if you want. I want to know.
I would say it probably took about 8 months.
Okay. That's still
8 months. Including from
when you're doing it though, are you like locked in?
I'm like properly locked in.
You're like sweating like you.
But I don't.
You've got
like
a vision.
Doing that. I like doing that Jay-Z thing where you like press record once and that's the only chance you get. Yeah. So it's like, this is my one shot.
Real. That's real as fuck.
This is my one chance. But this is the first one I think about laughing.
Sorry, I just want to really hone in on this process. Do you create the beat and then you lock in and Jay-Z, or do you?
This one was because I wrote the lyrics first.
You wrote the lyrics. That's not very Jay-Z of you.
No, yeah, that's what differentiates it from Crazy Goblins. Without not a single word was written for that.
Yeah, that was off the dome.
Well, this one's sort of been slowly stitched together over 8 months. Yeah, you don't come up with do the rumple jump without some deliberation,
Fuck. Okay.
Full of guilt with the world that Rumple built. Yeah. So I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I think next time I'll make the beat first.
So you wrote it, performed it, and then made a beat around that. That's wild. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
All I had was a metronome at first.
You're like anti-Jay-Z. You're reverse Jay-Z.
reverse Jay-Z.
You're J.A.
J.A.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So hopefully that sort of opens things up. I've got so many songs, bro. I need your help, actually, because you actually can play a few real instruments. So that would be good.
I'd say I can play 0.75 instruments.
That's more than what, mate? What does a jaw harp count as?
You've got like 75 instruments, so you're about at the same level as me.
Yeah. But I'm pretty happy with my jaw harp skills. They're improving by the day. You know?
That's your like main.
That's my main
musical
thing.
talent.
Yeah.
And like I was the other day. I mean, not the other day. The other week. We were listening to something, and you were like, "Hold up, I want to try and do this." See, then you got it out, and you like actually played the song, and I was like, "Okay."
Do you remember what it was?
No, I don't. It was impressive though. I was like, "Okay."
Like
he's kind of got it.
I was happy with that in the last episode where I did the "Who will groovy tonight?" That's the question. Yeah. I'm getting quite confident with it, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've always got it in arm's reach.
Uh-huh.
You know? Like, give me something.
Like you're waiting in line at the bank.
Yeah, but I need like a tune.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can't get Who Will Groovy Tonight out of my head now.
A different Pharrell one?
Huh?
A different Pharrell one. Happy? Fine, I won't do Happy.
No, do Happy.
Yeah. So I need to add some other things to my repertoire, but
yeah, for sure.
I'm liking where things are.
You got like a whole basket going.
Yeah. I got ideas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I got ideas. And then I drew Rumple.
I think you really should have one of those things, like you put the tube in your mouth.
Oh, I really want one of those. Yeah. Oh, I get crazy with one of those. They're like £100 though.
Really?
Just for that tube. Yeah. I can't remember what they're called.
Fuck it, why not?
But to end this segment, I want to shout this one out from the Crass Captain? Crass, probably.
No, crass. Stick with crass.
Stop being so crass, will you? Watched Alex's new Destiny video and think it's outstanding. One of his best videos in years, but it had me curious. How many hours does he have across both Destiny games? He has to have at least play through the campaigns of each expansion as well as whatever other general playtime he has. I'd love to know how much he's dedicated to a franchise that only continues to disappoint him.
This is going to be brutal.
I looked it up, but it's bad.
Oh no.
Holy
is this across all platforms as well?
Yeah, I
oh fuck.
So I got Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
Uh-huh.
Destiny 1, I put a total of 1,439 hours in.
Fuck me.
And 40 minutes.
I have no game that's that high.
And then Destiny 2, right? Split across 2 platforms.
Mm-hmm.
On Xbox, 327 hours. On Steam, 840 hours.
Over 1,000 then. Wow.
So over 2,000 hours in Destiny total, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2,500.
Yeah. So like in my overall, if I could see a pie chart of like my whole game of time spent, like Bungie basically owns it.
Wow. Yeah, with Halo as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Which is partially, I guess, why I was so upset in that video, like with the state we're at and how it's just gone now, like it's just finished, that studio. Yeah.
That's emotional. My closest is Apex, I think.
Do you have 1,000 hours in Apex?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. And I uninstalled it recently.
There was something quite therapeutic, I've got to say, about like finishing that video and then going in Steam and uninstalling Destiny.
That's a really good step. That's
it does feel like the first step of a 12-step kind of program.
Yeah. Admit you have a problem.
Make your 9 hours of Destiny videos, then just pull the plug.
Yeah.
Until maybe the next one comes along.
Yeah, they might fix it this time. Yeah. It might be good now.
This one might kind of do something.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, that's wild. I almost feel like a victim, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
like they targeted me.
I'm surprised.
Know what you like?
Yeah.
You want some of this, don't you?
I'm surprised after that first experience of gambling in Vegas. I'm surprised you weren't like life savings deep.
I think because of my Destiny experience, I kind of got that energy out into. And luckily for me, Destiny 1, like in the period where you couldn't really buy shit either. So like I wasn't tempted to buy, it was just play. So like, yeah, it's wasted time and opportunity cost, but I bought like just all the expansions and
it wasn't like
as far as like every hour I've got for money put in, like that's a pretty good ratio. But
wow, see, that's just never gelled with me. The idea of something being like a platform for the rest of your life. This is your thing now, your hobby.
Yeah,
it's like, no, that's not why I play video games.
It was like, to me, it was a new and interesting concept at that time, though.
Yeah,
and it was, it does get you with this potential of like, now, just think about what's coming there. Just think about what we're gonna do. That's almost more addictive. That is just imagine if you win that next lottery ticket, like type psychological cycle that you're going through.
Yeah, it's
with way less on the line.
Yeah, it's actually, it's kind of more insidious though, because like it can never live up to your dreams. Whereas like if you buy a lottery ticket, you could win the lottery.
That's what was strange though. Is like I didn't think at a certain point that it ever was going to live up to any kind of dream. But then in their last best expansion, they do what I was asking for the whole time. But then the studio's dead and gone. So it's like, so what does this even like mean? Getting it like, at this point, it's like, so strange. Yeah. So you could do it, but you just at the expense of everything, and you lost everything by the time we got it. Yeah. Yeah, just wild and a bit sad.
Yeah, I need to watch your video.
Or something.
Or something.
I guess we'll see after these messages for some questions.
Yeah. Oh, guess what we got in store for you today, lads? Drum in your t-shirts. Oh, check the description below. Oh. Yeah.
Some might say, skibbity toilet yee hee hey hey.
Woohoo!
Homer, run! Run, Homer!
Get out of there, Homer! No!
It's like Homer joins MI5.
Get out of there, Simpson!
MI5 is the local defense.
Huh?
MI5 is like local.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
is.
Global.
No, MI6 is global. The camera's over there.
Oh. You got cars to drive, plenty jets to fly. Welcome to the second half of the cast. We head over to the suggestion thread over on the subreddit and answer some questions. But first, if you got this far, comment. Or perhaps comment, you got cars to drive, plenty jets to fly.
Yeah, man. Whatever you say.
Oh, I'm not really sure what to start with today. So many good ones.
Start with Grammy Jame.
Nah, I purposely left him out. I'm sick of him.
Wow.
Sick of him.
Wow.
Gonna go after him.
Wow.
D4 Gonk 1D says, what are your thoughts on Gen Alpha Slang? Sigma, Gyat, Skibbity, etc.
Sigma is not Alpha.
What is it then?
Sigma's Beta.
Surely that's like, what is it called? Gen Z.
I think Sigma's Millennial.
No. See, my issue with Sigma is the like incel connotations. I don't like it like originating from that.
Yeah. But Sigma, like the majority of millennials are Sigmas, i.e. incels.
But just because it's a good word to describe them doesn't mean that they necessarily like are using it. Like, do boomers call themselves boomers?
I'm a baby boomer.
I'm a Sigma. No. I feel like Sigma crosses boundaries.
No. I feel that way about Skibidi. Well, like, who's getting harmed by it? Like, the origin, it comes back to Half-Life, which goes into a different generation. I kind of like that link.
Yeah.
It's harmless, who cares?
The song's good.
The song's good, the series is good, it's got lore. Man, no problem with that. What about Gyat?
I don't like Gyat.
No?
No.
Just say bottom, for fuck's sake.
But Gyat means Gyat damn.
Yeah.
Like Gyat.
Mm-hmm.
Gyat damn.
Yeah. And it's turned into bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom burp.
But it means God.
Yeah.
Like God
damn.
Gyat. Gyat damn. Gyat damn.
Yeah.
God.
Do you remember in Gangnam Style?
When
he goes...
What's Gangnam Style? Is that millennial?
That must be millennial. What's that, like 2015? 2012, sorry?
I feel like it's going to make a comeback.
I remember that being like a seminal moment for me when it was like...
You were like, oh, I'm out of touch.
No, kind of the opposite, where it was more like, maybe there's something to this internet thing. When on that was like, I just learned about Gangnam Style. And I was like, skidoosh.
What are you saying?
What are you confused by?
No, what does that mean?
I was like, this shit's going global.
What, the internet? That was the moment you were like, yeah, maybe this new technology will stick around.
Yeah. When Nana's in the kitchen doing the Gangnam Style. Yes, I think that is the moment.
Yeah.
Stop it, Nana.
Yeah.
Scaring me.
I'm fine. I think you need to accept that there's a point where you're not going to be up to date.
Oh yeah, I accepted that point a long time
I think
ago.
this is my cutoff.
Gangnam Style?
No.
Oh.
Like Skibidi and stuff. Like, I can keep up with that. The next thing is going to be like, huh? And then it's going to be like, huh? And then it's going to be like,
Yeah, like I feel that whenever I see a meme with that, like the ooh-ee-ah, like cat. You seen that one?
no. I'm not on TikTok, so I'm like a year behind. Just
right, you gotta
YouTube
see
Shorts.
The re-uploads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
I do like the Bomberclot memes though.
Really?
Me Bomberclot. Yeah. What is Bomberclot?
It's like Jamaican slang, isn't it?
Yeah, but what does it like mean? I remember hearing it in GTA 4 and being like, what is that?
Who says it in 4? Someone on the
Little
radio?
Jacob. He's one of the main characters. He's like his thing is that he's Jamaican and you can't understand anything he's saying.
What month's it dropping this year? October or September?
September. They're always September.
Yeah, I feel good about September.
Rockstar is always September, but it's not coming out this year.
No, it is.
No.
It is.
It's coming out 2026. September 2026.
Nice. Locked in. They were reassuring the stock holders recently. Borderlands is coming out.
Yeah.
Must Take Two.
They pissed that out quick. They took like 10 years to release Borderlands 3 and it was dick. And they're like, shit out another one.
Markiplier is the villain in the new one, weirdly.
Like, actually.
Him and Jacksepticeye, like, as a team.
No, wait, really? Like, actually?
Yeah.
No, you're fucking lying. You're not that good at lying.
No, I am.
You're not.
Or am I? Fuck. Love Key says, okay, I'm only going to ask this once, and if you do not answer, I'm going to get angry.
Okay.
Droplets of sweat appear on my head. You do not want to see Papa get angry. I lick my lips aggressively. My question. Animal Battle Royale. Every animal one-on-one against every other animal. Each pair fights 2 rounds, 1 in each habitat, e.g. gorilla versus carp. Fight 1 in jungle, fight 2 in pond. Animal with most wins, defeated in both rounds, is best animal. What animal is going to get that trophy? If you behave, I will reveal the truth of the matter, using my dark, heavy cloak I disguise myself with and disappear into the night. Loved how that was written.
Terrible question though.
Why? Really confusing. I don't know how to answer it.
2 each, right? There's every matchup, but picture this. Bear, jungle, or bear woods versus shark woods.
Bear wins.
Bear wins.
Yeah.
Ocean shark, bear shark.
I feel like a bear could fight in the ocean.
Shark
swimmers.
fucking wins.
Nah. Why?
It's a
polar bear?
fish.
Yeah, it's a fish. What do bears eat?
Not sharks. A great white shark versus a bear in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, bears are good swimmers, but a shark is gonna kill a bear in the ocean in a fight.
Are they like enraged at the start and they're like just...
Yes, they're having a fight. They're like full on at each other. You know, like Dark Souls AI.
Right, okay,
programmed to go against each other.
That explains it then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it'd be more of a there'd be more of a fight than the shark on land though.
Yeah, I'd grant you that, but that's still a tie. Shark wins in the ocean. So that's a tie. So there's going to be loads of ties. So I guess you need to think about what's the best overall being. I'm going to say octopus.
Ooh. Like can fight on land.
Yeah. Like, do they get a choice of weapons at the beginning like a gladiator? Because then they get 8 weapons.
True. They are cool. Short lifespans though, sadly short.
Really? How long?
Yeah. It's only like 2 years or something they live.
Well, to them, you know, that's it.
To them, that's it.
They're not fussed.
I'm running out of time. John Lennon Skibbity says, Bear, Jim and Alex. Decade-long watcher, no time commenter. Until today. You've gone too far. In your January 13th episode, Original Geezers, you made a joke about Elon Musk not spreading his seed, creating Gen Beta, until late February/early March. I don't know if you've heard the news about the MAGA influencer that just gave birth to his child, but it's made me wonder if you manifested it. Why would you do this? And can you manifest me not getting kicked out of my degree for aggressive in studio behavior? What?
What the fuck was that last bit?
Side note. Huh? Side note, but I've been catching up on the cast in reverse order, and I keep having to hold in my laughter, which in turn makes me look like I'm crying. It's a bit hard to explain to people on my degree that an adult man talking about his chunky norovirus shit with his brother is what's making me laugh without coming across as insane. Please be less funny in your future casts. Many thanks. Much love.
That's not being funny. That's just talking about poo.
Yeah, you're being the child on that one.
Yeah, idiot. What the fuck was that other bit though? About being like
why would you do this? And can you manifest me not getting kicked out of my degree for aggressive in studio behavior?
What's aggressive in studio behavior?
There must be like a typo.
Which word though?
Yeah, it seems like 2 put together. Aggressive in studio behavior ?
Aggressive in studio? I guess you could get kicked out for being aggressive in the studio.
Can we like put any context clues together?
No.
Barely.
I hope you don't get kicked out of uni. That's
crazy.
But don't be aggressive. Because then maybe you should be kicked out of uni.
And also get a better trying to hide laugh face. I go...
Yeah, cry.
I go, pretend I'm coughing.
Yeah.
Well, there was...
You're like a dying character in the movie. Don't make me laugh.
There was... What was I doing? I was listening to... my trash, like, content at the moment I've been obsessed with is Lolcow Live. With Keemstar Boogie and Wings of Redemption, right?
Oh, fuck.
And there was one the other day that I was like doing laundry or something. Like listening to it. And there was a part where like Keemstar is always getting them to do like challenges, right? And he was like, look, stand up. And the challenge was just how long they could stand up for.
Oh my god.
Because they can barely stand up for 10 minutes. Boogie can't. He can barely stand up unassisted for 10 minutes. And they're like building up to this like fat camp. It's crazy, man.
It's just sad.
It's completely crazy. And there was one the other day where they had... Boogie and Wings of Redemption have like...
Who the fuck is Wings of Redemption?
You don't know Wings?
No.
Like, even with all the like COD stuff. I'm surprised you don't know him.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. But there was one the other day which was so insane. And everyone always says it's like scripted or whatever, but it just seemed like... How do you even get this working? Because even Keemstar seems surprised in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like...
And he's seen some shit.
Yeah. Boogie and Wings of Redemption have like... They have the most incessant, like, radical haters that like just go so far. And somehow someone had like figured out that in the 80s when Boogie was young, he has some kind of criminal record, and some fan like found it and brought it to like Keemstar, and then he like drops it on this live stream like, what is this like criminal record all about? And he basically he gets Boogie into such a panic state that he gets Boogie to admit to like murdering someone that he didn't do. And he's like freaking out. And he admits to it. It's crazy.
Wait, what? He admits to a murder that he didn't do?
He admits that he killed like somebody. And he's like having a panic attack, like freaking out.
That's horrible though. I know Boogie's like a fucking
and it was just like, you're acting, Boogie.
But if he does have a criminal record, then why admit to murder?
Yeah, exactly. It was so bizarre.
It's guaranteed to be so much worse.
It was a crazy live stream, yeah.
Okay.
It's so fucking weird.
That's wild.
I don't know how I got there, but
yeah. What was the like actual question on that? Question?
It was a complaint about us being too funny.
I thought that was a question in the first half.
No, I'll put my hands up. But yes, we'll reel it back. Okay.
Okay. I won't.
I can't be getting you to admit to murders you haven't done, but I can try.
Is that what last episode was?
Kind of.
I'm sorry I keep squeaking my mic.
I keep squeaking this tiny chair that I'm on.
I haven't noticed even once.
There's one for you here, bro.
Okay.
From Heatwave MF.
Heatwave!
Gym question. My girlfriend is a prolific speech talker. Again, what is with the... I didn't even notice this when I was like capping these. Speech talker. God, there's some good ones. He meant sleep talker. I actually understand.
Oh, okay.
This isn't a aggressive in studio behavior type moment. My girlfriend is a prolific sleep talker. The other night she woke me up while she was asleep to tell me she had undergone a transformation of sorts and that she was now double Spider-Man. When asked to elaborate, she said, with Z's still floating from her head, that she was bitten by a spider once, becoming Spider-Man, and then she got bit by another spider.
Oh, fuck.
Already being Spider-Man once, and became double Spider-Man. Unfortunately, she returned to a state of deep sleep before I could ask her to elaborate on what powers double Spider-Man would have. But it can be assumed that it would be a power level beyond that of Spider-Man once. So Jim, would you rather be Spider-Man once, normal Spider-Man, or double Spider-Man, with whatever powers he may have? Will you stick with what you know, or venture into the unknown in pursuit of power beyond?
I think it depends on if someone else gets to be double Spider-Man. If I'm normal Spider-Man,
I'll take double Spider-Man, like, without even knowing.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but to me, the consequence would have to be that you end up being a Spider-Man villain if you're double Spider-Man.
That's fine.
And Spider-Man normal has to beat you.
Do you know what I'm envisioning? When you shoot your webs, the normal, like, 2 webs come out, but then 2 more that go towards each other and, like, spell a word.
What, spider?
Like, just whatever you're doing at the moment. Like, whip, bang, swish.
Oh, it creates, like, the comic, like, blam.
You know, I saw that from a Venom comic, like, he shoots venom webs.
That's
like that.
right, yeah.
Just another reason why Venom just...
Why are you so anti-Venom?
Because he's lame.
Come on, let's go.
We are Venom.
We are.
I don't know, man. I'm going to disagree with you.
Go on then.
I like Venom.
No, you don't. I'm more of a Riot man myself. More of a Carnage
I like Carnage.
companion.
He's kind of like Venom, but red.
I like, Shriek Green.
I'll be honest, I like all the Spider-Man villains that are just like guys. They're
Bank
like,
robbers.
yeah, they rob banks and they're like, wings. I've got wings.
Yeah.
I'm electric. You know?
Mhm.
I'm a guy that is electric.
I'm a goblin.
Yeah, I'm just a guy that's a goblin.
What do you think double Spider-Man would be? Well, he actually has, like, 8 limbs.
That.
Like a Man-Bat situation, where he's, like, actual, like...
How do you feel about Man-Bat?
I like it in the same way I like Killer Croc, where it's, like, stupid.
Yeah. It's really cool in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, it's, like, actually scary.
Yeah. I love that shit. And, like, because he's Batman and he's, like, the most serious dude ever. But he's got to come to terms with Man-Bat. He's like...
Well, it fits into the Arkham thing. I don't know how they could really do it in, like, a movie without it being... Like,
I reckon they should do that for the next Robert Pattinson one.
Man-Bat.
Yeah, just go crazy with it.
Like, have Killer Croc, Man-Bat.
Yeah.
And who
And
else?
Clayface.
Yeah, they're doing a Clayface movie, though, already.
Huh?
A solo Clayface movie. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, double Spider-Man. I think he can just eat more.
Like Dexter.
Does Dexter eat?
Yeah, that's like what's clever about the intro. He's like obsessed with breakfast, and he's like always eating like donuts and shit, and he's like got a crazy metabolism, and he's always eating.
I never noticed that. He eats grapefruit.
Yeah. I really want to say about Dexter, but I should probably just save it. I don't want every episode to be about Dexter. Bottomless... What does that say? Sprit Rising? Spit Rising. Thoughts on play video game? I have played previously a game or twond in the distant past far future. I will but not. Now have you.
Are we starting to get the AIs?
Do you think that's AI? There's too much intent in that. AI stuff's more like scraped, where it kind of just like repeats the thing that it's like.
Yeah, like when you do the predictive text just over and over. Yeah. Try harder.
Try more epica.
Try to be more.
Past Confusion 3234 says, Alex mentioned before that he writes his creative in a little journal on Sardonicast. Have you ever considered making a novel or a film through one of these ideas? And if so, would you just upload it online on YouTube for everyone to enjoy? Or would you do it through more professional means?
Are you going to make a movie?
Only if I can get the critic involved.
What, the critical drinker? Team up. A team up.
Like an Avengers style. We get Angry Joe. We get the critical drinker. We get just everybody.
Hey, don't bring Angry Joe into this.
Why? We get...
Because he's legitimate.
No, we get... what's his face? Blade. What's his name?
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, we get Wesley Snipes in there. We get the guy who reviewed Blade. What's his name? Jeremy Johns.
Wow. Oh, fuck, yeah.
You get him in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the main one. He is the Captain America of the group.
Right. I always felt like Iron Man was the main one.
He doesn't have the... how they say Riz.
He does. He's... I'd say...
Captain America...
Ooh.
He... Doesn't he, screw his own nephew or something weird like that? That's Riz.
No, he kind of... He's got, Drake vibes.
Captain America?
Yeah, Is it Penny? He's into Penny, but Penny's old when he's young. So he's got to go for...
You're too old for me.
He's got to go for Penny's, great-granddaughter. Or great niece.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine, that will do.
That's
Wait,
a bit of a conundrum for old Cap, isn't it?
Yeah. So then he time travels back to get both.
Does that undo what he did with her?
No.
That still happened in the main timeline.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is really strange.
No, add some textures.
Maybe he creates Busted. I've been to the world. Yeah.
I've been to the year 3000. Much has changed.
Not the world 3000.
Not much has changed, but we live underwater, and my great-great-great-granddaughter is pretty fine.
Yeah. And your great-great-great-granddaughter. She's kind of fine.
I rizzed her up. Dude. I don't know. I've got a few.
What was the question?
It was about my little journal of ideas.
Oh, okay.
I've got... No, I can't say them. No, I've got to say them.
In case they get stolen?
In case they get stolen by...
I've got hundreds.
Really?
No, I've got thousands. I've got thousands.
I got so many I could just give you one right now.
Okay, go on.
Dream genies.
I've got one.
Go on.
Rats.
Dream genies, rats. Yeah. The rats are taken over by dream genies. It's kind of like Inception, Paprika.
Rats.
Rats are getting technology from genies, and they're getting more advanced and getting controlled by genies. And then you can open it with Genie by David Bowie.
Genie, look at the rats.
Yeah. AI David Bowie he can just be in it. He can be the main rat.
Yeah.
David Bowie is rat.
And the second main rat.
He's both the main two characters.
Yeah.
Different voices, or both are just the same?
They're both him. He's both. One is the thin white Duke, and one is Ziggy.
I've built this whole universe around a dream that I had. It was an image, so striking.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
I got to reverse engineer this image and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the creature that killed everyone that you care about?
No, I'm not going near that guy. No, I'm not ready for that one. Yeah.
It's cringy, and no one cares, but I wish I had a dream journal.
Why not make that wish a reality? It's a very achievable thing.
Because it's lame as hell.
Why is it lame? I'm sick of it.
I don't want people to know my dreams.
Ooh. I'm a bit scared of being embarrassing, so I'll never do it.
Don't say that.
Am I wrong?
No. No, but dream journals are like cringy.
Well, yeah, if you like force people to listen to every one, it's supposed to be for you, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just not something I could do.
Exactly. Then you start thinking about Apex Predator and you're like...
There are some dreams that are like... Fuck. I wish that was real. You know?
Yeah, I was like a week ago, I was having like melatonin tell me to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you have crazy dreams on melatonin. What do you mean, Yeah. But I was in this state. It was like that border of being asleep and awake. And it's like bliss.
Yeah.
But then, like, as you notice you're coming out of it, it's like
yeah. No, take me back.
Yeah.
No.
And then you, like, can't get back to it until the next night.
You're Spider-Man 2, the woman who's being pulled by the Doc Ock claws. I want to go back. Yeah. No, I when I had norovirus, for 3 nights in a row, I was taking night nurse.
That'll do it.
And I began, like, come the 3rd night, I was, like, getting really, like excited, like anxious, excited to have my night nurse because of how incredibly good my dreams had been the past 2 nights.
You were getting addicted to the dreamland.
Yeah, I felt like like it was Inception, you know, like I was going into that realm where I had like control and shit, because night nurse wipes you out. Night nurse.
I haven't had it in a long time.
No,
I just drink.
But I was having like a quarter of the dosage.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I was still doing that.
Yeah. Well, I think if I was having full dosage, I'd be full gone.
Yeah. What is it in that stuff?
I don't know, but it's incredible. And then night 4 came, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. Otherwise, it will get to a point where
you can't stop.
Yeah, I will inception myself.
The like balance will be like more in dreamland than
realland, and then my life just falls to pieces. But those dreams, I was incredible. I was amazing. I was everything I ever wanted to be.
They weren't scary.
No, they're total opposite. I was like, I was the man in these dreams. Like it gave me
in the real life.
No, it gave me like an ego boost. Like I was the guy.
Really?
I was like Will Smith walking up on stage.
You were like The Rock.
You know? No, I was like Will Smith. I was like, what did you just say about my wife?
But you're always like that off camera.
Yeah. What did you just say? Yeah. No, it was just a vibe. It was strange to wake up from a dream and be like, that felt really good. You know? Yeah,
that's what I was getting addicted to with the melatonin dreams.
I
was like, this is nice, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But mine aren't... it's like a nice feeling, but what I'm actually seeing is horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of.
Where it's like a mishmash of like recent things.
Yeah.
But like combined in a way that's just confusing and kind of wrong.
You know what it might be?
What?
It might not be the drugs. It might not be the melatonin. It might not be the night nurse.
I'm just
what's happening? No, what's happening lately? In the sky. The planets are aligning.
Oh, you're saying it's a message from Theseus.
I think it could be some sort of Neptunian reptile.
Finally, the God ray is hitting us. Finally.
It could be.
Should I leave the Apex stuff in? What do you think? I don't know if they deserve it.
Can you trademark it? Can you like get the rights now? Because the second someone like with any equity,
but suddenly like next month like Netflix.
No, it'll be like part of the MCU. And everyone will be like, oh, they're actually adding Ape X. No, that was ours. We made that. It was my idea the whole time.
Do you remember the buffalo? It's the worst thing I've ever like created. It was like really horrible. Yeah. I must have been like 15 years old.
The buffalo.
I like started writing this story called The Buffalo. It was like this vicious buffalo. He had like an inner monologue and he could like talk and stuff. It was like a anthro buffalo.
Okay.
And he was like going through, I guess, America, and he was like just vicious.
What do you mean by that?
He was like he'd go up all like sly and suave to other animals and be like, what's up? And then he'd just get them.
Well, like attack?
Yeah, he would like torture them.
What the fuck?
Kill them. Yeah, it was really disturbing.
Jesus. Was it all anthro animals?
I remember like writing it in like paragraphs and like putting it like on Facebook somewhere.
What the fuck? No, I never knew about that buffalo. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. That period of the internet, like I was just doing some crazy shit.
No, but also
IGN
like
forums.
I remember you saying about like your English GCSE.
Yeah.
You wrote like a story about these like cannibals that rode polar bears or something. And because I remember my story, it was like the lamest, most boring fucking bog standard shit ever. It sucked. And then I heard yours and I was like, you can do that?
I always got quite good like
yeah, because you got like way
things.
better than me. Like way better grades. It's like, oh, so I could have just done fucking like penguins with like axes or something, like Viking penguins.
Yeah, because I just look up into the top right of my eye and whatever's up there.
Whatever you hallucinate.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Wild.
Like, do you your ideas, are they like a visual thing? Inside of your head? Is a memory in visuals? Are you like seeing it like a video game? Or is it words? Or is it, can you not see anything?
It's more like holographic.
Holographic. So like if you could have like a 3D image in your head of a pear and move around.
Yeah, but it's not like I can, but it's not accurate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always
aren't accurate.
I've always found though, like sometimes I'll be trying to sleep and I'll be like trying to picture something, but my mind is changing it.
Right.
If it's like a face. I don't know how to explain this because this isn't all the time, but sometimes if I'm trying to sleep, I will like picture a face, but it like swells. And I can't, like I'm trying to
a face to go to sleep.
Well, I'm not like intentionally doing it.
Oh, so you can't control it.
Then it's like between the dream state thing.
Right.
It's I genuinely have no idea how to explain this phenomena. But I think it kind of represents all of the way I picture things, because I can't draw. I can't like picture something and then draw it.
Right.
But yeah, it could be an apple that's in my head, and then it's almost like it's something else is changing it, like swelling it. making it not.
And you can see them doing that, or it's just being stretched. By
It's just like I'm like trying to keep it to this one thing that I know, but it's being changed.
Right, against your will.
Yeah.
Right, interesting. You're like
it's very strange.
Yeah. Whereas I can kind of relate to that in terms of everything, like in my subconscious or like my ideas, they're all like visual. It's all like a visual thing. It's like putting up the rectangle with your hands and like seeing.
Yeah.
And
is that like even like narratively? If you tell yourself a story in your head, is it you like visual? Is there words alongside it?
There could be a narrative, but you wouldn't see that. I could maybe like hear it in some form. But it's like one of those blessing and a curse things, I feel like. If your imagination can do that sort of thing. And I feel like it's why certain concepts when I was young were like extra disturbing to me, or would like just mess with me in ways that they might not for others. Like when I first saw the original Harry Potter, and that weird scene where Voldemort's like flying as a rag like through the woods, and how uncanny that looked, and something about the imagery and the like way it moved was like seared into me.
I can picture that exact bit because it's so uncanny is the right word, because like the bottom half of his body goes over like a root.
Yeah.
And it brushes.
So it like cements it in the scene and makes it kind of feel real.
Yeah. Really freaky. Cool stuff.
It's really cool actually.
Yeah. I mean I feel like the film and stuff that fucked with me big time was a bit more violent. Like I remember the like CEO guy in RoboCop when I watched that film when I was like 5 years old, when he's getting blasted by the machine gun and like the flap of his skin is just being blasted is like flopping everywhere. Yeah, that shit kind of gets seared into your mind when you're a little kid.
Or like and it's why I think I like movies, is because of how much they scared me.
Yeah.
And having to find some way to overcome that fear.
Yeah, it makes you like rationalize it and find out how they did it.
Exactly, yeah.
So that it's not real.
Even though they like made me feel this like sickness, like watching Alien and like American Werewolf in London and stuff, and it being like like so off-putting and made you feel so wrong. There was something that always like drew me to them, and like that psychological horror of something like a parasitical alien attaching itself to you and bursting out of you, and what that looks like and everything. And then when it gets a bit more into like ghostly stuff, like The Grudge really haunted me for a long time. That face,
the sound,
and every dream I would have would even if it was like a normal dream, like it was a dream about us just doing this podcast, in the dream I would just look up and there would be a grate with that face looking through it, doing that sound. Just like haunted by that. And I don't even really find that film really scary at all.
Yeah.
It's more just like the concept and like
I find
that takes your mind.
I find with a lot of movies, like as I've gotten older, you know, when you're watching horror movies and you're thinking like, oh, why are they doing that? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? If you put yourself in an actual like empathetic like situation and you force yourself, like I'm sure like everyone's done this, I'm sure, where you psych yourself out so hard. Everyone's done it, like when they were younger, going up the stairs and it's dark.
Yeah.
It's like, what if there's something behind me?
Or like you have to go downstairs where it is dark. Yeah.
What if there's something around the corner? I remember always thinking like, because it's a horror movie cliche, the like turn the light on in the mirror. Yeah. There's something behind you. Turn around. There's nothing there. Turn back. It's gone.
Something. Yeah.
But like you can psych yourself out to such a point where it's practically real.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of getting at with the blessing and a curse thing, because like I must have been about like 14, between the ages of like 14 and 17. I had this really bad recurring, like, you could almost call it like an intrusive thought that like I knew wasn't real, but it was like giving me like a fight or flight reaction. With the recurring one was like I was imagining that like a closed door, in 3 seconds someone was going to burst through and just start like stabbing me with like a knife.
Really?
Yeah, and
I
like playing through like how I obviously don't know how that feels, but like kind of going through the process of like how that might feel, how I might like emotionally react to that, or like and then actually experiencing an adrenaline kind of rush.
Yeah,
I don't really get that one anymore. It's like other things now. Like now I'm older, I can like control it, hence where like the bird came from.
The bird?
Yeah, like my peaceful
mind
mind
palace.
palace.
Yeah,
it's the mind palace kind of idea. Where it's
the Celeste feather, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like somewhere in the world, like the underside of a bird kind of gliding, with the peaceful sounds of the sea and a clear sky.
Yeah.
Like going there instead of the murderer.
Yeah, I remember you saying when we were kids about a nightmare that was essentially that.
Maybe that's where it began. Because I'd always have these really like disturbing nightmares. Like another one I when I was young, did swimming lessons all the time. And it's part of why I think I was quite good at swimming. It's like my motivation for swimming fast was that I imagined that there was a grate at the bottom of the pool and there was a shark that was going to be let out. So I had to get to the other side as quickly as possible.
Wow.
So my chances of
you were like
escaping the
unlocking adrenaline like power, man.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to be that good. You could just.
But like where the dreams, I had this recurring dream specifically of, it was like really horrible. Being in like a swimming lesson and our dad was there on the side of the pool, and a killer whale for some reason was in the pool, and it would grab him and pull him under, and that's when I'd wake up.
What
and that was like a recurring dream I'd have.
Wow. That's bleak as fuck.
Yeah, but I've got millions of these. Like the bug on the beach.
Yeah.
Bug. Just fucked up shit. Like horrible shit. So at a certain point I just had to be like, enough's enough. I gotta go to the bird. I gotta take some control over this fucking nightmare world that is being forced to look at. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't think I ever had anything like that, like emotionally fucked up. I think the scariest dream I've had that stuck with me was and again I feel like this is everyone's had this one, is the like quicksand. Yeah,
or like the being chased by something and you can't move.
Yeah, I remember before I'd ever even seen The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, which did fuck me up when he turns into a fly. That film
little
is
maggot being born and shit.
Oh my god, yeah. I can picture that perfectly. That I can fucking 3D render in my mind.
I remember that really disturbing.
Oh man. But yeah, I remember I think it was because of The Simpsons. Do you remember they do like a fly thing where that's right. Bart's head gets replaced with a fly?
Yeah.
But yeah. But it was Bart's body and his head is a fly. But there was like a fly guy in my dream.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And yeah, I think it was the scary mansion that our granddad lived in.
Oh,
like
man.
stairs there. and the fly was coming up the stairs, and I had to run away up the stairs, but it was like I was in caramel.
And what was scary about that one is like our granddad lived in this. It was like he like married into this farmer family, and his wife's brother's wife had this like enormous house in the middle of nowhere that was like 5 stories tall, and he rented the like very, very top of it, and throughout the year it was like rented out for like big families and whatnot.
Legit in the middle of nowhere.
Just nowhere in Wales, right? And it's got like, just the total stereotype horror house. There's like a room with a grand piano in it. There's like
in the
animals.
basement.
Yeah, in the basement.
Yeah, guns mounted on the walls.
And animals. Like deer heads. And
we're talking full on Resident Evil.
Yeah, there's like a barn with like all like broken like roof. And
You've got to like venture through all the big stinging nettles and stuff together.
So like as you like leave the front doors of this like mansion, there's just like woodland. There's nothing. And like we just have this weird vibe whenever we're there. It's just got like bad energy.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's such a good way of putting it.
There were like gas leaks. It was like there was just something off about it. And then just a few handful of years ago, we learned that like multiple people have hanged themselves there.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Yeah.
We were like there as kids. Like we'd run into those woods like just exploring. Like, looking for the barn owls and stuff.
But like, do you remember getting lost or like you were in that house chilling, watching TV or something, and then you realise nobody's with you?
Yeah, that was like, one of my core memories was the first time I saw E.T.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like in the downstairs where everyone else was like 5 stories up. And it's like this, everything was so old and run down. And it was like, what decade was it? Like 70s, like aesthetic? All these like really old sofas and like everything was stinky and ugly and smelled of like smoke. Musty. Yeah, and I was sat in this like chair by myself watching E.T. And those who remember that movie, you know that like the beginning before you see him is actually quite scary. Like it's built to have like quite a lot of tension. And I'm like this little kid. I like had a breakdown.
That might have started all the nightmares. Yeah.
But yeah, there's something just creepy about that place.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm really happy I didn't know that before.
Yeah,
I would have seen shit. I'm pretty sure it's knocked down now. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, because like it was so run down, they like couldn't afford to.
It wasn't
with the
worth.
Upkeep. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it, and it was just getting dangerous. Like so, just
terrifying.
Weird fucking experience.
Terrifying. Maybe we should become like ghost hunters.
And our granddad with all this like World War II like just
he had
shit.
like a grenade in his underwear
like gas masks. Remember that?
Oh my god!
He had all those scary like gas masks. so fucking weird.
Oh, just wild.
Yeah, so maybe it's starting to make sense, actually. All this fucking crazy imagery in my head. Yeah. Don't know how I really got there, but I'm less haunted by it as I've learned to control it, you know?
Like the Force.
Or like Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Red Hulk.
I'm always scared.
I'm always
That's
terrified.
my secret.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But a fear that you don't know you have until you play video games. Because I've been playing the Outer Wilds lately. Space. There's like a black hole that does all like the warp shit.
Yeah. I remember finding that existentially terrifying when, like, in Mario Galaxy, you die by being sucked into a black hole.
Yeah.
So, where's Mario going? What's happening to him?
Yeah, but like we don't even know.
Is he being sent somewhere, or is particles just being like torn apart at a base level?
Both.
Is he being ripped apart and like put back together somewhere else? That's
Maybe.
too far.
Dude,
for a little Mario game.
But just like the void.
Yeah. I would have. That's right. That was another period where I saw the trailer for Day After Tomorrow. A really stupid film.
Is that the big wave one?
Yeah. Like a disaster movie. Like we've seen a million of them from. I can't remember his name right now. But something about that like really just disturbed me. Like that level of destruction on that scale, on that biblical scale. Mm-hmm. And then I started having all of those kind of fears. The black hole sucking in the earth. And like there is a name for this fear, for like things that are so enormous. I can't remember what it's called. But there's like loads of these corny TikToks of like a CG like giant. It's like, what would you do if it was like doing this? Yeah.
Like the moon going.
Yeah. What would you actually do though? I don't know. Die?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so like beyond our comprehension. Have you watched those videos that's like it starts at like the smallest, Pluto.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the moon.
Like the scale of it. Yeah.
Like it goes and goes.
No, that's what's so cool about like cosmic horror.
Yeah, because there like an element of it is real. Like we're so
out of our element, we just don't know.
We're not meant to know.
A mystery, man.
And you go into like if you do any reading into like the quantum bullshit's going on and the like deep physics.
Yeah.
It's wild and it's so confusing that we can't be designed to understand this. You know?
Mm-hmm. But that's why I keep going back to Alien. But there's before like Prometheus and all that shit had even come out.
Yeah.
That whole scene with the engineer and that incredible set. That like just like seared into me. Like, and the fact that the movie like doesn't stop to answer anything, and the characters in that scene are just as confused as you are.
Yeah.
And don't have answers, and it's just like left as a big question mark, and it's like not even what the movie's about. That's so fucking cool to me. That's like the scariest.
Yeah.
That's exactly what cosmic horror should be to me. It's like presenting this idea,
I mean, that's
it's like we don't have answers for you. Like
that's incredible world building, because like you don't get given everything. Like you can go so far in the future from now, tens of thousands of years, and there will be like an equivalent horizon that of just shit we don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's always scary.
Yeah. And you have to keep that mystery intact in some form for it to stay scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's what every one of these franchises fucks up with.
Yeah. When it turns into Big Man fights Big Squid.
Who's now in like every other meme. Like that meme, like the sped up version of him drinking that black goo and then like dying. There's so many different like templates of that. And it's like such a joke now. And now when you watch the original Alien, it's like that's all you're fucking thinking about. It's like
yeah. Do you think he thought that about that thing?
No, he
what
didn't.
The fuck was it? Was it just Geiger or whatever his fucking name is?
Yeah, it must have been, right?
Just going off. I'm
Just
gonna create
going
the
hard.
scariest shit ever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna disturb you with
Is that his name? What was his name?
Geiger?
There's like a Geiger counter for radiation.
I don't think they're linked. But yeah, close enough.
Me no.
Yeah, so we need, I guess that's the answer. We need someone with a mind as fucked up as Geiger. I don't actually know how you say it. To just draw scary images until you find one that's the one. I'm just going to show that and never explain it.
But there needs to be enough explained, you know? Like the nugget that is the alien in Alien.
But like, there's nothing really explained outside of what is intuited from our understanding of like parasites.
Yeah.
That's all you really get. And that's kind of what keeps it scary and cool.
Yeah, but it's like, so this is a thing that was around that other thing, which was in this big like half donut on this planet. So like you're getting what was in the egg. The movie's fleshed out about just the egg.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's all the big stuff around it, which you have no idea about. That to me is why it works.
And also like when I saw the movie as a whole has issues, Annihilation. The way that alien in the last scene is kind of like explored, where it's like something trying to communicate with a human and it's like mimicking a human.
Yeah.
And is just off. That's also uncanny. And through the uncanny way it's like mimicking this human, it's like gutturally terrifying to me.
Really?
That's it. Yeah, there's something existential about it.
Yeah.
I love that idea of like a thing that is like so beyond, and it's making an attempt to like talk to you, but like it can't. Like you're just on different levels of existence than this being.
Yeah.
And like the implications of just like it trying to talk to you and everything that stems from that is like so frightening to me. And the way that scene is put together with it being like kind of interpretive dance with that music and stuff, I find that like spine chilling. But that's also like a meme song now as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think that movie is really good.
Yeah, I do really like it. I really like Garland a lot.
Because he did Men as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which equally, the ending of that movie fucked me up.
Yeah, I think horror is really cool for that.
Yeah.
And ones that like grab me like that as well, on that level, when it gets like existential. I dig that.
Yeah. I don't find anything fully captures how scary just like actual thought is.
Actual thought?
Yeah, like if you think stuff like
If you overthink something.
Not just overthinking something, you know, because like overthinking like some normal activity, it doesn't end with this like giant terrifying thing, but like I don't know, just the grandness of everything. Yeah, I don't think there's anything scarier than just like their human experience.
That's why I'm keeping it in the realm of movies, just because it's what I know best. It's why I love like Ari Aster, your Hereditaries, your Midsommers, but most recently The Bomb, Beau is Afraid, which I love. It's one of my favorite depictions of anxiety in someone who's like just completely lost to it and like that feeling. I feel like it depicts it so well, and makes
I need
it
to watch it
as like chilling as it can be, and like you're right there with the character, like just as stressed as them, just as on edge, and like I think there's actually literally is. I don't want to spoil anything, but like one of my horrible things I said about Wanted Me kind of happens in some form in the movie, and it's like, right, you're speaking to me, Ari. Like, you know what this shit feels like. Like, yeah. I don't know how we got to all the horror shit, but
it's fire. Like there's something just so. It's I think it's a core part of living. Is like we're all
indulging in fear, and
we're all surviving, and fear is a huge part of survival. You know, like you see a deer, it could spot you from a mile away, and it will behave the same way. Like it will freak and run.
Yeah.
You know, you step on a twig, it hears that a mile away, it freaks and runs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is fear. And every living thing, like down to spiders, which I'm fucking terrified of, like, it's that same feeling. It's so, like, base and universal to all life. I fucking love it.
And, like, we're drawn to the morbid, kind of, too.
Yeah. It's again, it feels like survival. Like, you need to see what you need to be afraid of.
It's like an empathy thing. You're, like, living vicariously through, like, someone else's horrible story. I think that's why true crime is so popular, too.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, the worst of humanity, and the fact it exists makes it scary, but you're, like, listening to it from the comfort of, like, your sofa or whatever, or your bed. And
Yeah. Some of that shit, they just... Like,
yeah, I don't really indulge. I went through a phase of it. But I
the JCS stuff.
Like, yeah, before he's AI'd or whatever.
CAI?
I think there's some drama about his last upload, like the narrator's AI now, so I could be wrong on that. I haven't watched it. But yeah.
Mm. But yeah, that shit can keep you up at night.
Jesus, yeah. That kind of went on a diatribe there. So I think we'll end that one here. Do they deserve J After Hours? What do you think?
How do you feel?
I could do it, but I'm more concerned with you.
I could do it.
What you think? Okay. Well, Jim wants to do J After Hours, so that's a little treat for you guys. But thanks for watching this. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Bye. Bye.